everyone. Oh my gosh, it's been a minute. 6 weeks of minutes, actually. Wow, time flies. I don't know how, I was on such a good schedule of doing every 2 weeks, but work hit travel season and the schedule went out the window. But I'm back and I feel like I have a lot of fun updates to give in terms of like Stitchy updates and some haul. During the 6 weeks, it was my birthday, so I got a few Stitchy presents as well. So I feel like I have some fun stuff to show you all. So I'm excited to be back. Like I said, I really don't have very many life updates, to be honest, because literally I've just been what feels like working nonstop. And then on the weekends, trying to golf before the weather in Wisconsin gets too crummy. I will say though, for my birthday, I did ask for golf lessons. So I have my first golf lesson tomorrow night. I'm very excited. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. That's probably my biggest life update, to be honest, other than the fact that I had a birthday. What else has been going on? Well, I just went to a baby shower, hence why I'm like somewhat put together. I was like, oh, what a perfect time to film a video. I also was waiting for this moment in time because on Friday I had my last like birthday celebration and I knew I was gonna get some Stitchy presents. So I was like, oh, I should wait till after that to get or film this video. And yesterday I also went to the Black Cat Stitchery because I worked yesterday, and on my way home from Illinois I stopped at the local L&S, aka Black Cat Stitchery, and I was like, ooh, maybe I'll get some stuff there. But I did pick up something I ordered from them, but honestly, is it just me? But when I go in person to a Stitchy store, I get so indecisive and like I'm kicking myself because I saw this really cute like ornament that I should have bought because I'm totally into the beading kits right now, and I'm kicking myself for not buying it. I'm like, why didn't I buy it? And it's because when I'm in person at a Stitchy store, if I have no plan, I panic. I panic and I don't buy anything. So yeah, so I'll show you what I got from there, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. What else has been going on? Anything? Can you think of anything? Yeah, no, not really. So I guess I'll just jump into Stitchy stuff. I'm trying to decide if I should show you my birthday haul first. No. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'll show you, I'm just gonna start because I honestly don't remember what's happened in the last 6 weeks. So I've worked on a lot of different stuff. So we'll start here. What is this? I worked a little bit on my Merry Christmas sign. Editing Julie is gonna have a fun time because I don't actually remember what these things looked like the last time you saw it. So this is my Merry Christmas patchwork by Dimensions. This is what it looked like last time. And then this is what it looks like now. So I believe I finished off the Santa. And I started this one and worked a little bit on this. So not a lot. I picked it up on either September 25th or October 25th. Well, since October 25th hasn't happened yet, it was September 25th. So I picked it up on September 25th just to get some time on it. But I am very excited. I think this is going to be my focus piece in November because I really want to have it done and hung up for December. So yeah, I worked a little bit on this. I mean, how cute is that little snowman? And by snowman, I mean Santa. This is how this video is gonna go. I can already tell. So yeah, that's one. And then I worked a little bit on my magic book. I'm briefly gonna show this. This is what it looked like last time. And this is what it looks like now. I very briefly worked on this, so I think I did some of the black. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I worked on this black, this side, this black part, and a little bit in here, like filling in some of the gaps. But I'm actually gonna pick this up today because I have a hankering to work on this, and it is just so cool. It is so cool. I love this piece. This is the magic book, and I'll put the designer below because I don't remember. You know what? I'll put the names and titles of all of the things I'm talking about in the info box, like per usual. So if you're interested, check that out. So yeah, I'm gonna work on this today. I have been working a lot on my Haunted Mansion stitch, which I'll show you last. So I'm a bit burnt out on that, but it's funny because like that's my most October themed project I have going. But now that, so here's the, okay, this is a side note. I need to stop celebrating things early because I decorated for Halloween. Okay, here's the thing. I bought pumpkin spice flavored creamer beginning of September and burnt myself out on pumpkin early September. So I was already like, oof, this fall, what am I doing? And I decorated for Halloween like mid-September. And now I'm burnt out on Halloween, and it isn't even Halloween yet. So next year, I am not decorating for Halloween until October. And I'm not buying pumpkin creamer until October. So I can thoroughly enjoy the time. Like, I'm just rushing the seasons. Does anyone else have this problem, or is it just a me problem? It's a very like first world problem, like what's my deal, but it's fine. So I'm decorating for fall on November 1st. And then I decorate for Christmas on the day after Thanksgiving. So that's gonna be my schedule from now on. Again, who cares? Nobody but me, but that's where I'm at. But that being said, I'm sick of my Halloween thing, which is unfortunate since it's not even Halloween yet. So I'm gonna pick this up. And this is gonna be like, I don't know, for some reason it feels kind of spooky to me. I don't know, because it's like a black castle. And yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be working on. And I think I'm going to try and like fill in these gaps because it's just confetti and I've been avoiding it, and I think I'll be really satisfied if I do that. So I think I'm gonna work on that. Okay, moving on. Now I have two new starts, I think. I'm pretty sure this is a new start from the last time you've seen me. So this is the Quilting Bee by Carolyn Manning. This is what it's gonna look like. And this is what I bring in the car when I'm traveling and I have breaks. And this is what I've gotten done thus far. I mean, how cute are those little bees? I am really enjoying this. This is on a 14 count white Aida. It's very basic. For some reason, it's like very kind of hard to stitch. There's like not a lot of room. which is weird because I think this is the same Aida that I used for my haunted house, and I have no problems with that one. So I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm still having a great time. I'm loving the colors, and it's a very like simple process. So yeah, that's where I've gotten thus far. It's a good one to keep in the car. All right, now I started my Chatelaine. And let me tell you, it's been a process. So, this is what it's gonna look like. I'm doing this on a 28 count linen. 28 count linen. It's like something lilac. I'll look it up, put it on the screen. But this is where I've gotten so far. Now, this has been an experience. I've really enjoyed it. The problem is I should have waited till I had everything. So yesterday I went to the Black Cat Stitchery and picked up this guy that I had to special order. It's a dinky dye silk pearl in this Gidgee, but I needed this for like loads in it. So they say to do all the cross stitch first. This is Chatelaine Autumn Fog Mandala. BT Dubs. Sorry, I totally skipped over this. Can you tell I'm rusty? I haven't done this in ages. I'm like all over the place. Whoa. He's playing with his ball. Can you see? Oh, you can't see him. That's his ball. Get it. Yeah. What a cute little boy. So yeah, I picked this up. So I'm excited to get back to this because I was like in a holding pattern because there's a lot of counting and I didn't want to get it wrong. But I don't know if you can tell, but I got to use some really fun threads, or floss I should say. I'll show you real quick. Yeah, I got to use these really fun. Like, how cool are these? So these are treasure braids. And they're like super glittery and fun. So I've been really enjoying, like, it's a very like slow but rewarding process. I don't know, it's like a bit more complicated, obviously, than the normal like cross stitch kit. So I've been having a really nice, it's been much more like I can't listen to a book and do it. Like, I am focused on like, does this stitch go here? Because if I mess it up, I don't want to mess it up. So yeah, and I also, they say to do all the cross stitching first. So it's been a process of like skipping and knowing when to skip and realizing like reading the chart and realizing like what are beads versus other things. So I would say with Chatelaines, the hardest part is reading the chart, especially for the one I bought, because it's not like one big chart. It was a class, I believe. And so it's released in 3 parts, which I did not realize. So I was looking at it and I was like, oh, this isn't the whole thing. And I turned the page and I'm like, oh God. And it just kept getting bigger. And I'm like, whoa. So But that was I definitely started that in September because it was my birthday month start. I was also doing it for a number of what are those called, Mosif? Not Sal's. So it was for my back to school or back to school. It was also for Cam the Stitcher's birthday. We have the same birthday, so I was like, oh, I have to do her birthday Sal. And that was like just to work on something you're like, one of those things like you don't work on because you're so excited to work on it, if that makes sense. So that's what I did for that. Now, those were that. Now, okay. The last thing I worked on, which I probably worked on the most for sure, was my Haunted House Sal. That's really old, so it's like no longer a Sal. By Teenyweenyxstitch. And I'm waiting to show you this because it is in a gift that Adam got me for my birthday. And let me tell you, I was shooketh by his thoughtfulness. Don't you just love that when they surprise you? I didn't even ask for this. And he actually properly listened to my thoughts. So basically, I have a hard time stitching at home because I always have a cat on me. And so I think previously in a video I mentioned I love like smaller projects because I can just hold them like above the cats when I'm on the couch and it's not a big hassle. But for bigger projects, I feel like I never get a lot of stitches in on them because usually when I work on a project, like I put it between my chest and my leg and I'm like this. And so if a cat tries to sit on me, I can't work on it. So Adam got me a stand and it's so awesome. And it's like very adjustable. So you like put it around you on the couch and you can like adjust it up this way and you can tilt it towards you. So if I have a cat, I can make it really high and work on it, but then, or like this, you know, but if it's just me, I can make it lower and I can adjust this down, you know. How cool is that? And I love it. I've been using it nonstop. This is what my little haunted house looks like now. I finished, I'll move this thread, sorry. Whoa. I finished the witch room. Do you like how I spilled coffee on it? Lovely. That was getting an Instagram photo. This is why I don't Instagram much, because I do things like this and I spill coffee. But I considered this my the Chinook stitcher. It's not the stitcher. I did this wrong last time. The Chinook crafter. Her thing was to do a cat in a stitch, so I chose this as it because I just haven't had the time to start a new one. And then I started the room at the bottom. So this is on a 14 count white Aida. I'm telling you, I love 14 count. It's funny how like your tastes change, because like when I first started getting into stitching, I was like, oh, I want to go really high count because it's like really delicate and intricate and like, I don't know, it's less pixelated looking. Because I honestly, when I started, I didn't like the pixelating look. And now I love it. And now like I have much more fun on a 14 count just because it's like an easier process. I like how like it's looking, like it's not so pixelated where it's like weird, but it's just a bit, I don't know, like cartoonish. So yeah, I really like it. if you get my drift. But yeah, that's what I've been working on the most, I would say. I also did, so I worked on these 2 rooms, but I also did a lot of the border, and it's covered up, but I went up here and started working on the top of the castle as well. So like, look how cool that looks. Oh, it's so satisfying. Okay, so that was all my works in projects, or works in okay. For goodness sakes. Works in progress and new starts. Now, I have a little bit of birthday haul. So obviously the first birthday haul was that Stitchy holder, which again, I'll link everything below if you're interested. But then I got a couple new things. I got a bead organizer for my bead projects, which I'll show you in a second. So I got 2 new projects. I did that, the cookie jar one. I love it. It brings me so much joy. So I requested a couple new ones. So I got this first one. It's a Mill Hill snowman dancing. I mean, does that not just make you smile? Look how happy he is. And there's a bunch of these little snowmen. So if I like it, I'm gonna be buying a lot of them. And as you can see, they come with a lot of beads. So I am going to be able to actually separate them this time. And also, like from last time, I have loads left over, so I'll just like number them. And because I believe it came with stickers too. There's must still be in the package I got them from, but you like number them so I can have them for later. So this is the first one I got. I mean, adorable. And then the second one I got was this one, Christmas Palm. And it's a palm tree that's Christmas themed. For those of you who don't know, I grew up in Florida and I just love this. And I have like an exact flamingo in our Christmas decoration, so I thought this would be really cute. Yeah, so, and it's a magnet included, so I think I could put it on our fridge, which I love putting on things on the fridge. I don't know why. I just love it. So yeah, those were the 2 little kits I got, so I'm very excited to begin those. And then when I was at the Black Cat Stitchery yesterday, the only thing I bought was the grime guard. It is from Garan Toten Bags. And I thought it was just really cute. I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those things where I was like feeling, sorry. I was feeling a little bit sad I didn't buy anything. Because like it's a bit out of my way to go to this place, and I was like, God, I couldn't even pick anything out. So I was at checkout to get my one thing of floss, and I was like, oh, I need to get something. And they had grime guards, which I ordered one from Amazon. Oh, see, now this is interesting. Is this gonna fit? Is this an 11 by 11? Okay, here's the thing. I think I'm making the mistake. Now that I see this, yeah, I'm 100% making a mistake. Am I stupid? Is this 11 by 11? This has to be. Okay, here's the thing. I ordered this one off Amazon, also for 11 by 11. It must be 11 by 11 hoops. I thought it was like 11 by 11 everything. No? Maybe this is an 11 by 11. Should we measure it? See, okay, this is an 11 by 11. I'm just an idiot. Does this one fit? So what is the other one? Okay, see, no, yeah, 11 by 11 doesn't fit this one either. Does this one fit? I think, but 11 by 11, how can a hoop? Oh, this one fits. Okay. See, that one fits. Okay, so I'm not crazy. So this is the new one I bought. I thought it was just like pretty neutral. I love colorful things. I almost bought a Halloween one, but I didn't want to be limited, you know? So this one is also 11 by 11. Oh no, it's 8 by 8. But the packaging it came in said 11 by 11. I literally... Okay, well, at least I'm not dumb. I promise you that I ordered an 11 by 11 and the plastic it came with, and just like this, where it says like 11 by 11, it said 11 by 11. And so I was like, I'm just dumb. And it must be for hoops. But then I was like, how would a hoop be times, because I mean, it's a thing, you know? But, like 11, you know, okay. We're moving on. So what's happening? Where's everything? So this goes back on here. So that does fit. So yay. So that's my bad. I thought I was buying something for this. Which, this must be like massive. This must be a 16 by 16. 15? It's a 15. Yeah, so now that we sorted that out, I got this one off Amazon. It's sold as an 11 by 11, but it's an 8 by 8, which is fine. I can use that as well. Sorry, I'm just getting reorganized because I ripped everything out of everything. Yeah, but I thought this was a really cute. They also had like Halloween patterns, but I wanted something I could use on everything. I mean, yeah, it's just pretty colorful, and I always need more grime guards. So, now, what does this all mean? Honestly, I think in November, well, for the rest of October, I am just vibing, to be honest. I'm gonna have a lot of time in the car still because my travel season doesn't really end until like a couple weeks into November. So I'll still work on the bee stitch one, or the Carolyn Manning one. And then I really want to work on the magic book because it's just calling to my soul. And yeah, and then I'm not sure when I'll film my next video. So I also, just in case I don't film until like November-ish, in November, I definitely want to start a beaded kit. So either one of these. Either one of these. I'm trying to think which one I'd probably start first. I would probably do this one first. Just because, I mean, it is adorable. And then in November, I'm going to focus on my Merry Christmas patchwork. because I think honestly, if I focused on that, I'll be able to get it done no problem. I say that now. I say that now. I am saying that now. Yes, that's my plan. So yeah, fun things. I honestly haven't even been watching Flosstube, which is like what's happening. But again, travel season is just like the worst time of year for me. So I feel very behind in what everyone's working on. I did see that the Jingle Ball was happening, but at the beginning of December, and that looks really fun. So I think I might participate in that. But otherwise, I am so behind. I need to catch up on some Flosstube, get some stitching in. Now that the weather is turning crappy, and by crappy, I mean like cold. I feel like I'll have a lot of like more time to have cozy nights in and get some stitching done. I showed y'all my headlamp, right? I think I showed y'all in my last video, my headlamp, because that's a game changer for me. And then obviously this stand is a really big game changer as well. I think I might actually switch the haunted house out and put my magic book in the stand so I can make sure I work on it this month. But yeah, what else do I have to say? I'm trying to think if I bought anything else. Let me just check real fast. Oh, here's the fabric that I've been using for the Chatelaine. It's Lilac Belfast Linen. 32 count. Oh, it's a 32 count. I thought it was a 28. Ha! Jokes. 32 count. What else do I got, Melissa? I think that's it. So thanks so much for tuning in. This is a little bit longer of a video for me just because it's been ages. But yeah, appreciate you stopping by. I will hopefully update sometime early-ish November is my goal. But yeah, let me know what you've been stitching on. If anything, what am I missing out on? Are there any good like sales coming up? I feel very out of the loop. So feel free to comment, like, subscribe, catch me on Instagram. Rarely, but it does happen. But yeah, have a good rest of October and I'll see you in November. Bye.